one.
Greetings, world and family. I am a Richard,
And I am Gary.
and together we are rocking.
Pandoras.
Bah!
Box! We got that
Woo!
one right.
To the family, we love you. We love you. We love you.
Hello,
Yeah, we
everyone.
got it right. We
I
got it
know.
synchronized now.
It only took 14 weeks to get it right.
Well, I think it's kind of funny and kind of endearing, right? I mean, like, because we're never going to be like someone who's too polished. I mean, we want to look good for you and deliver you, my family, our family.
And
Like,
don't we
like,
look good? And don't
don't
we
we
look
look
good?
great? As in, we got the flesh of the
Goose.
goose. So well, yes, we look great. We look great. Family, this comes from one of our sisters. Her name is Maya. And
Hello, Maya.
Maya, thank you so much for these beautiful shirts. Don't you love the color you chose for my flesh?
Now, Richard, can you please turn
Flesh of the
round?
goose. Right.
Can you please turn round and show the Femi your rear quarters, please?
Well, yes, I would. I would very much love to turn around. Can you see?
Oh, yeah, go up a bit. Oh, that's the one. That's the one. Rocking
Let me
Pandora's box.
box.
Whoa, that's awesome. Amazing t-shirts. Look awesome. That's it. Make sure you did the hair as well.
Well, I did that on purpose because I used
Of
to be a
course.
model, so I knew when to flip. But the design, how brilliant! Flesh of the goose, because when I get the flesh, I could always cut glass. So for me, it's perfect right there. But the design at the back, guys, like Gary and me, it's like almost like Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Woo!
Oh, yeah. It so
Wasn't it
much is,
that?
isn't it? Oh, yeah.
And on the cube, that's the box.
Yes. We're standing on the box, rocking it. It's absolutely
Yes.
awesome.
And,
Brilliant, brilliant design.
and Maya, thank you so much. And Femi, I'd love to read to you what Maya has sent because it is so endearing and beautiful. So if I may, I'll take a few moments to read the card that she sent with creating these designs for Gary, for I, in our segment called Rocking's Pandora's Box. All right, so Richard and Gary, I hope this shirt finds you well. You and Gary are both such a wonderful gift to the collective. Your spirit and guidance has sparked a beautiful light for everyone that has the pleasure to watch you. The work you are both doing is so important. I put a lot of light, a lot of intention in the creating of making these shirts. Each shirt took about 4 hours to read out. So it is infused with love. It is infused with light, to say the very least. This is my way of giving back, Femi. This amazing energy. So much love, your Maya.
Unbelievable. Ah, Maya, thank you from the bottom of our heart. We love you. We truly do. And we can really feel that energy in them. We can feel the love
I do,
and the
yeah.
light that was made from them. We truly can. They amazing gift. Thank you very much.
Love! Thank you
Awesome.
so much, Maya. Ta-da! So, Gary, how have you been? I see you're not in your regular environment. Yes.
I am traveling at the moment. I am traveling.
Oh,
I have
oh.
traveled from Norfolk, where they talk like that, to
Mhm.
Devon, where they talk like that. So you wouldn't know I've gone anywhere different. But I've gone from Norfolk to Devon, and I'm staying with my friend Angela, who's
Ah,
very kindly put us up, and uh, and we're having a good sort of jolly around the area. and we've come across some very interesting old buildings and stuff. So I will be doing a few shows on that as well. But yeah, just having a lovely time. And you know what? It's
What?
10 degrees warmer here than it is where I live in Norfolk. So it's lovely. It's t-shirt weather. It's beautiful. We've been to the beach today, Bournemouth Beach. Oh, it's been lovely, lovely. Had an ice cream on the sand with the sea. What more could you want?
Oh, yeah, you, because here in Montreal, it's freezing. It's like fall all over again.
Oh,
2 days ago, it was super warm. Trans Am Firebird out, almost shirtless, like having fun. Being the like, when I grow up, I want to be a redneck, shirtless Trans Am with the Dukes of Hazzard horn. Ba, 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 ba. And now I'm back, like we're almost with my leather jacket on, like when I left it this morning. Yeah.
yeah,
So the weather is funny, but well, it is what it is, right? I mean, like everything is kind of funny with the weather right now. This is not the subject of today. I'm just
no,
bringing
no,
it
no.
up
We're
because I
just,
think we're adapting, right, with the changes.
yeah, yeah,
I feel that we're firmly planted in fifth dimension. So we were in fifth density for a while. And I think that came the 5th of this month, so 5/5/25. That's where we actually did the cross. So it could be, like a lot of like the weather could be fun because here it should be warm right now. This is like irregular. So I can see the yo-yo wing. It's probably like things coming together or reshaping somehow from the split. If we look at the Dolores Canyon like version that I strongly agree with, of like two Earths splitting apart. So there's going to be a bit of that, like let's adapt, like a bit like a spider web, if you want, like with an elastic, like think of Spider-Man, like, like that web. So it's a little sticky and going back and forth. And my mom's always also shared with us yesterday that her vision sometimes, right? It's as if it just goes like, duh, and then like it's as if she's going back and forth through, and she doesn't have the language to explain what we actually
yeah,
know about. But I said, oh yeah, mom, that's normal. Like you're anchored now in like 5D
yeah.
density and dimension. And then it's just a little bit of that trail, right, happening. So that's what's happening with your visions right now. That, and then it's as if like I just forgot everything and I'm back.
Yeah.
But
I've noticed
anyways,
that as well with my vision. I wear glasses for driving and general, and also wear glasses for reading. And
uh-huh.
they're both identical glasses, so you can't tell if I've got my reading ones on or not because I've got the set.
Okay.
So obviously I've got my reading glasses on for being here, and the last couple of days,
uh-huh.
when I put my reading glasses on, they're super magnified. And they've
Yeah.
not been like that. So normally you put them on and you can just see clearly. And it's like putting magnifying glasses on. It's like, whoa, where did that come from?
Well, that speaks volumes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you love it?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
We're all
It's
now
lovely.
2.0s.
We're all in, everything's changing, everything's fixing itself, and it's going to take a while, but we're going to get there for sure.
Yeah. I don't know how much of a while. I think that, ooh, I don't know if it's going to be that long, like the way I'm feeling it. It's like, what is a while really? Is it since we've crossed over? Ooh, there are so many changes. And I love that you explained like that eye vision because, what you usually had to put on to read now say, whoa, it's too much. So you're already crystalline base. That's what it means. You're out of carbon clay, out of the 3D, 4D, 3D, 4D
Yeah.
assembly or
Yeah.
makeup.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Things are definitely changing. Feel it. You can feel it.
Yeah.
So
So what's the
anyway,
subject today?
I think today we should
Yes.
talk about big things.
Ah,
But more importantly than big things, we should go all the way back and talk about Titans.
I love it.
Titans.
Yes. Yes.
Because I've looked at Titans for many years actually. It was one of the first things I really started looking at when I first woke up properly, and it was one of the
Hmm.
first rabbit holes I went down. Because it's nice. It's not been funny. It's a nice soft one. So any of you guys have got people that are waking up and you want to look at something that's non-threatening but really gets the brain going, start looking at Titans and the mud fossil and mud fossil stuff like that, because it's very, very interesting and it's non-threatening and it kind of makes sense. And it's the first, for me, it was the first baby steps of really going down these rabbit holes. But actually, re-looking at it recently, I've realised it's a far bigger. Titan's bigger, get it? Oh,
Funny.
a far bigger
Ba
subject.
ba ba.
Yeah, yeah. Here we go.
But
It's
I still
something.
liked
I
it.
need somebody in the back with a drum set going. Dum. It's a far big. It's a far bigger subject than we really know, and I really understood at the time, because many things when we look at them first time, our eyes are not really wide open, and it's interesting. And when we go back and review something or look at something again years later, you suddenly think, "Oh my God, the things I missed, the things
Hmm.
I didn't realize." So, so mountains. There are lots and lots of mountains around, mountain ranges almost, areas
Hmm.
that are named after women.
Hmm.
And I've actually put some notes down on this one because it's so vast. So it's not like just in America you've got 5 or 6 mountains named after women and that's it. It goes everywhere. So one of the very interesting one is Jebel Musa, and that's in Morocco. Jebel Musa, and
Hmm.
that's a mountain known by the locals as the Dead Woman. Why would you
Hmm.
call a mountain the Dead Woman? You know?
But yeah.
Yeah. We also have the British Virgin Islands, Gorda, the Virgin Gorda. Very interesting. In
What does
Cal,
Gorda mean?
I don't know. It's a lady's name.
Okay.
It's a lady's
Okay,
name.
just a name. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a name, as far as I'm aware. We have St. Helena in California, which is also a volcano. So when she gets angry, she spits fire and brimstone at people. Nice girl. But
Mm-hmm.
but we
Well,
also but we also have a very interesting one in Alaska. And the Alaskan one is called Mount Susista. I knew I was going to say this one wrong. It's Susitna. It's Susitna. Mount Susitna. And that's in Alaska. And this is known as the Sleeping Lady. And it's got a lovely little legend about it. The lady went to sleep, and you're going to
mm,
resonate with this one. The lady went to sleep waiting for her partner to come back from the war.
I think that's so romantic and I love it already. And you know what is funny? As soon as you said that, when you said Alaska, mhm, I saw almost like the woman in the lake with the sword. That's a vision that was shown to me, like in the movie Excalibur.
Yeah,
Like that's a yeah, that's what I got. Yeah,
yeah. But this massive
that's
mountain,
romantic. Yeah,
it's a lady that's decided to lay down and wait for her other half to come back from the
I
war.
love it. Yeah.
But that also gives us a clue as to what really went on and why have we got these titans around that
Hmm.
are huge. Now, the titans I'm talking about are not just mere giants, they're titans, and they were the original humans or human looking people in this realm, I believe. Okay. Perhaps you could do some cards or pendulum on that in a little while, Richard.
Yes, of course.
Now, these people were over 2 miles tall. Now, I can't imagine even running 2 miles. I'd die of lack of oxygen and everything else. But these people were were 2 miles tall plus.
Mhm.
And so when these people lay down or died and they went solid and they petrified, they created mountain ranges and
Mhm.
mountains because they're going to be 2 miles long. They're going to be very, very tall, very big in the body. Take the proportions of us guys. We lay down, you know, it's very impressive. So, Richard,
Mhm.
am I right in the fact that the Titans we're talking about, were the first humans, her first fractals even of Source? Did Source
Already getting
create
a
this?
yes.
You getting a yes?
I'm
Source
getting a
created this
yes.
beautiful realm, and the first Titans went in there with the trees and all the bits and pieces.
The trees are very important. They're extremely important.
We'll get to them in a minute.
So yes, I'm getting a big yes, Gary. The thing is that we are all part of Source. Source is not like some people. That's how I see it for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, it's not like a master, a domineer, a king necessarily. All of us, like, that doesn't mean everyone in the simulation. Okay, we understand that. Okay, there's different levels. But if you're watching this show, chances are that we're all one of the same, and that's all a fractal of our creators, and that is source energy. And yes, it would have been Titans, because there's much more than Titans than giants that are, what did you say, 2 mile,
2 miles tall.
two,
Like,
2 mile towers.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
there's a big connection, like you say, with the trees, and but I feel like the higher self say slow down, let Gary talk. So okay, all right. So let me see in the cards. I got two that already flipped out. I'm using my dragon cards for me, so I don't know what flew out. I'm gonna need my eyeballs. But I got two, so now I want three. Let's start with three and see. All right. So, in regards to your question, we got the Page of Pentacles. So, the Page of Pentacles is a very youthful offering, a new day, a new dawn. Okay, we're coming in with an offering, something of substance. Then at the heartbeat, it's a big fat yes, because we got the King of Cups, the King of Emotions. We're not talking about anything governmental here, so it's not got to do with a Rothschild. It's something different. It's something of emotion. And then we do have, in a time of 10 of Swords, of surrendering. Something is to be surrendered. So it's a yes, it was a new offering with great emotion. Or hold on. I'm going to need more cards, Gary, because I'm being told there's a bigger story. So I'll do the full. I
Yes,
wanted to
please.
try to do 3 cards because, a show, like, it could be eternal, but higher self told me to do the whole. So I'm doing it. Okay, in the now moment, Femi, what do we have? We have the Fool. Wow. Okay. So again, under the page of Pentacles, in the now moment, we got the Fool. Fool is reincarnation, rebirth, the Fool's new journey, the first card of the tarot deck. At the heartbeat, we got a hell yes with the Ace of Wands. That is a lot of fire, a lot of integrity, a lot of creation. Then we are followed in a time of the Four of Cups, in a time of being jaded, wondering, praying, wondering, meditating, and not happy with all the emotion that's coming in. All right, so a big fat yes in a time of this with a rebirth. Now we move for the future. We got the Five of Swords. So there is still inner conflict for the future with your question. Conflict of the mind, of information, of what information is set out. And then everything flip flops in everyone's fortune with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is like really turning, going to Vegas, winning the jackpot, and coming back a winner. And then we end on the ninth final card with the Five of Wands. Wow. So is that 2 5s here? Yeah, it's 2 5s. Five of Swords, Five of Wands. So inner conflict in outer conflict. The Wheel of Fortune comes in to rebel and heal and get rid of inner outer conflict. You, my family, you know, if you follow me, when I, Richard, have a set of, of fives in a 9 card spread, they neutralize each other. What is neutralized? Inner conflict, outer conflict, everything flip flops in everyone's fortune. For the clarifiers, we do have the 9 of Wands. Yes, because something very grueling is almost at an end with a 9. Nines are before tens. Tens are endings about something grueling. Heartbeat is 10 of Pentacles, total victory, happy life, happy family, lack of nothing. These cards are beautiful for me. And then we have the last one, which is justice being served, justice with the karmic punch. So I already forget the beginning of your question because I just went through a whole channeling and download. How does that resonate?
It does, because I was asking about, were the Titans the first connection
Okay,
to source? Were they the first
right.
fractals of source? Almost like the first tentative steps of a new era, a new kind of thing. And the fact that you got the full
The
animal,
Fool, the page of, yeah.
yeah, and then we also got the you know the major arcanas, like the ace.
Well, yes, the ace is very important, huh? Because for the future, what you're saying is, oh no, that was the Wheel of
Yeah, it was
Fortune.
the
We did
middle of
have an
it,
ace,
wasn't
the
it?
ace of at the heartbeat, the ace of wands.
That's it. That's the ace of wands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I love my cards, but it takes me a moment or two for me because I'm used to like reading the antique looking like design of a card.
Strange how you picked the tower one up then as well.
Well, I know. And then I also got under deck here to everything we said, the Queen of Swords. So they're back, but with strong boundaries. There's a lot of cards here, right? We got the Sun, happiest like revival of each of all time. Oh, it's been a big analysis before we made it here, revising the past, the Titans. Oh my God, there's a lot of information. Oh my God, I can't make this shit up. So I took these 2 cards. Under this card, I got in a time of being crossed, sleeping, fear of the unknown, unable to move, grow. And what do I have before it? The same
No
card.
way.
So babies, they're coming back up. The Titans are awakening. I'm not saying they're going to be like King Kong, Godzilla. Don't worry, no one's going to step on your home or on your face. It's something different right now, huh? Information, thoughts. There is a huge awakening. And I am loving every second of it.
That's massive.
I think so.
What I just got told was that the Titans are back here now, but they're us. They're in our form, because you've got to think everything's relative. If you had giant Titans and giant trees and giant everything else,
Mm,
we now have human sized us, trees that are relative size to humans.
yes.
It's all relative. But it's the energy that's come back.
And the energy is everything, right? I mean, we are all made of energy. Everything has energy. I mean, even a chair, a counter, everything has energy. So you are so accurate. It's the energy. And that goes all with everything that is Gaia, that is back online, whether it's Lemuria rising, whether it's all those ley lines, love lines, perhaps even called.
Um,
What, what kind of other line could we have?
a dragon line
Ah,
and a
you
ley line, because ley
yes,
lines are known as dragon
yes,
lines, aren't they? And
yes.
so were or did the Titans? I've just got this one as well.
Okay.
Did the Titans lay down in key points around the realm on the ley lines? Are the Titans sleeping on the dragon lines, the ley lines?
I'm getting a yes.
because
Like
I'm getting
right
flesh of
away,
the
it's a
goose.
big
Oh
yes.
my
It's a
God, I'm
big
getting flesh
yes.
of the goose on that one. I'm getting flesh of the goose.
Pun intended. Flesh of the goose.
No, I really am. So,
uh,
so we've got these titans in key places around the world as mountains and or because they're not all mountains because I've got another little sort of like side bit to go off this what with this.
yes, yes, of
But
course.
what you're seeing is that those titans, see those titans came to an end. And I don't know how they came to an end because obviously if they're a mountain now, they're not here now as such in the physical walk roaming around. So something's happened and those titans decided to lay on ley lines or dragon lines for the energy of something to come.
Yes. I got so many cards, like keep talking. Like I'm just gonna put him here and just look in your eyes and I'll read them after.
So so the question is, did the titans deliberately lay in these areas for the future? Was their method in where they lay?
I get a big fat yes, and I also get also about the trees coming back circle. There's a big connection to those big fat trees. The what were they called? The devil towers or the towels?
They call some
The
of them
big
like
stumps.
Devil's Table, don't they? I mean, one of the trees is called the Devil's Table, isn't it? And stuff like that. And they've got various names, but I don't know if I've done a show on them
Because
actually.
they were a ley line too, or a dragon line, or so it feels very
Grid.
connected because I feel that when those big trees got severed, those trees were ley line, dragon lines for Gaia's like
Energy. It's the energy
energy
grid.
map.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Energy grid. Because I also, in my research, get that, or no, I can't remember where I got this information from now, was that the trees, the ancient trees back with the Titans, were actually silica based. They were
Yes.
not, they were not wood as we know it now. And so these Titans were, although they were human, as you know, they had human features and everything else, they may not have been clay. They
They
could well
weren't
have
clay.
been
No.
crystalline or they could have been.
Crystalline. I love that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Does that resonate with you?
I think silica and crystalline is one of the same. They were not carbon clay blip blap bloop.
Like
Like
we are.
no,
Yeah.
no, and that's why I think there was a downfall, right? Because when they got chopped up, this is what would have happened. It would have interfered with Gaia's glow. So we went into shadow family. And you know what? It's not a time to have a pity party. Like, Gaia's back. The Titans, I feel him back. And yes, later I might have a story for you. But it's the great awakening. So, death is but an illusion. So, what has been dormant is starting to like reawaken with everything that we're seeing right now. So, it's something to celebrate. But yes, the answer is yes. That's why we went into shadow. That's when we were like
Because
calcified
yeah,
and
the peanut.
yeah.
We came back. Or see now, I think we're in the fourth quarter
Okay.
of quarters of time, and this
Yes.
fourth quarter is the last quarter before we get another big reset. I mean, a proper back to square one again job. Yeah. Now this has happened three times before. I think the Titans were the first quarter, of time, and then something happened. There was a big reset. The trees were taken down. Now, what does your now? You've got that pendulum. What's the pendulum's name, by the way?
Aurélien. Aurélien, Aurélien, come online.
And is that not, does that, I'm getting something from that as well. Now, what does that
Well,
mean, I
yes.
wonder? Come on.
Yes. So I had a conversation earlier on Gary with this, but this is going to bring us, oh, he's alive and thriving. So Aurélien, okay, as family, you've been following me for the last year, a few months, year, a little bit more. I have several pendulums here, and this is my Moldavite. And about a month and a half ago, the name came to me strongly. Ah, Aurélien. So my Moldavite is called Aurélien. So now I said, let me take Aurélien out and all that. Now, you want me to go on right now with the rest of the story? Uh-huh. Because I still have cards about, I don't even remember what question, but you'll remember.
I'll remember
Like,
the question.
you're the host of The Price is Right. That's your job. Okay. Okay.
Come
I
on
mean,
down.
I got too many images to remember like stuff. Okay, okay, yeah. So what happened is that yesterday I got a beautiful email from a sister family. And now I'm having a hard time remembering your name. Maybe it's because you don't want
Was
me
it
to say it
Caroline?
publicly. Well, I'm gonna call you Octo Beauty, okay? Like you'll recognize the O and all that because I don't have your permission, like if you want me to mention you. But she asked me, you know, a lot about the Picts, Picts. And at first, when I read it, I was like, what is a Picts, right? So I go with my inner flame and I meditate and then I look into it because I could have gone Google. No, I trust more my inner self. And boy, what did I find out? The Picts. It's not only related to dragon, because I asked, are you dragons? What are you? Well, the Picts, something forgotten. There's not much history about them, but if you can wrap your head around it, it would have been like dragons turned to humans, then turned to stone. Elders. There were dragons that came to accept and remember that they were also part of Gaia, of Earth. So that's where that human titan kind of format would have come in. They were known to have blue tattoos marked like warriors. But when I looked in even more, it was not necessarily like a native symbol or tattoo image, but more like living sigils. And so when I looked even further, it was so beautiful, Femi. We've been watching you, Richard. And this is all because of my beauty, that court beauty I'm calling right now. You know exactly who I am. I just don't have your permission to say your name. She triggered, so she's one of my sister Femis from back then. And she came to me to trigger that. And we've been watching you, Richard. And you are one of us, and we are awakening, and we watch your show, and it is time for you to help bring a remembrance. And I said, okay, so what is your frequency? What do I call your frequency? You know, there's more to you than Picts. I'm asking if you're a dragon, and this is the information. And you know what they told me, Femi? Our frequency is called Aurélien, who I got a month and a half ago. Is this a lie, Aurélien? Oh, no, you can rock it more. Huh? I mean, we are rock stars here. Is that it, Aurélien, Aurélien, Aurélien? Okay, are you happy? Uh-huh. So there, so that's kind of funny. And I did share a bit of this, like pronto surprise to Gary, like 5 minutes before we got online. And so there's something very magical. It's all tied in. The titans, those big, massive trees, The Picts are coming out of a slumber, asleep, and they have such a flesh of the goose. They got such a beautiful, excited energy that does tie in with all the elementals, right? So there is a link definitely because I asked, "Are you fairy?" I can see that fairy element. No, not fairy, but they are tied kind of to that same frequency, and so
This is a
I find
For
it's
me,
gorgeous.
this is a very early energy, isn't it? This is the Titan kind of energy. This is the first kind of time energy that this realm would have been inhabited. It's that ancient, that energy.
Yes, yes.
Just to put this in context. So even though it didn't sound as if we should have gone down that little, it really does tie into the Titans totally. It's linked. Now your cards, the question was, did the Titans lay in specific areas to create the ley
That
lines and the
grid.
energy grid?
Yes, of course, I remember now. All right. So, well, the first card that jumped out is the world card. So it's the end of a world for the rebirth of a new one, my family. We're talking about Gaia. We're talking about like them lying down upon Gaia. The answer is a big fat yes with the sun card because that's the most positive. And then we got another yes card with the Alpha King, the King of Wands. Very passionate. Then after the King of Wands, we have a Gaia. So that's a big fat yes because they laid upon her. And Gaia is right under the world card. So during a world, they laid upon Gaia to have their sleep, their slumber, in a time of sorrow, heartbeat, ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. So that was like during something, there was something happening on. There was like some kind of infiltration, which had created chaos, outer chaos. So they went to sleep in a time of being sad because there was outer warring. Now, okay, the future, they are arising and they're arising thankfully to everyone that is like us, that is intuitive and listening to the message and paying attention to our psychic abilities, if you want, like our telekinesis or our just our feelings. This she is she's the queen of the witch of the tarot. And then follow we have Gaia again. So Gaia is here twice, the Queen of Pentacles, in a time where everything is grueling and almost coming to an end. Clarifiers, yes. It was a handshake. So them going to sleep, it was a decision they made. Two coming up, teaming up with the two of cups in order to have a new day, a new dawn after being in a slumber, because this, the Four of Swords, is the baby hermit. The hermit will hibernate, go through the dark night of the soul in order to come back online. So it's a big fat yes. Now, in the Goldens and all these cards, I was listening to Gary and I didn't even look at one of them, right? I was just like flipping because that's what Richard does. A restored Eden, okay, or because that's the first card. So they were walking around in the original Eden. Look how tall they look, the lovers right here. I'm not going to show them too much because, well, you know. And then everything is flipping around with at the heartbeat, the chariot, fast moving. There's your Janus energy. It moves rapidly. World, universe is all over in order to deliver justice towards anything about duality. And then we got the creator back online, seen here as the emperor. So it's a big fat yes.
Because
Ta-da!
hey, because the question I asked also tied in exactly to what you were talking about then. That's why I wanted you to carry on. Because
There's a reason why I babbled.
there is, but the thing is that linked into my question about the ley lines and what they do, and you're then talking about the energy of this, and we're still
Yes.
talking about it. And isn't it interesting that the ley lines are often called dragon lines, and you're talking about the first beings being dragon stroke into humans,
Yes.
and we see this in Chinese mythology. They still revere the dragon. It's all
Yes.
there. It's all there. There's a reason why the
Mm-hmm.
Chinese have dragons still, you know. And although the bearded dragon is a representation of the Anunnaki in many ways, and um, Enki or Enoch, rather, it still, I think, goes back far older than that. And it goes all the way back. Now
I
let's talk.
agree. I feel it too.
Now let's talk about the trees. Now,
Yes.
now, just so you guys can get your head round the size of these trees, okay? I have no idea how tall they were, but we do know the tree trunks when they've been cut off at the bottom and they're dead flat. These things have been cut super flat. They're smooth, full works. They have a circumference of 2 miles plus. So
That's huge.
the Titans were 2 miles plus tall, and we have the circumference, the area around. So if you got a tape measure around your current big tree, and you put it round, you might get a 6 foot You know, the tree itself, a big tree would be 6 foot or so in girth, and we're 6 foot tall, roughly. You know, there's a correlation, and and so we're talking about, if you can imagine how tall a tree is to us, if you imagine you're 2 miles tall, looking up at a tree, what's that, 30 miles, 40 miles tall? I have got no idea, but it would have been a very big tree. Can I ask you another question?
Yes.
Is this where we get the saying of the tree of knowledge and the tree of life? Is that a
Yes.
dark remembrance from that?
Yes. 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 And there's a name. It and I because in my I had to go research after it was I saw because there was a name I saw. It's called Arboreus magna. That's what the tree of life would represent. Yes, because it would be a grid. Okay, so it would be a grid connected to Arboreus magna, which represents the tree of life. So yes, it is, and there was a lot of trauma though that was created when we chopped those off. Huh?
I
Lots of
mean,
trauma.
I can't even conceive who chopped them off or chopped them down, because the only things big enough, or the only people big enough, would have been the Titans themselves. So, did we have some rogue Titans that destroyed the realm?
It would have to be, right? Because everything within our simulation at one point got corrupted or infiltrated and divided, right? Like divide and conquer there, that split. Let's go see.
Let's go see.
All right, stop oversoul in universe, please. Tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know in regards to my brother Gary's questions. We're looking at those massive trees, right? Like Jack and the Beanstalk, like, you know, anything to do with that energy. Who cut them off? Tell me everything I need to see. Yeah, it would have had to be like that beginning, that infiltration a long time ago. That where I keep going to Sumerian, although I'm sure it's even beyond that, but I get blocked at Sumerian times. And I don't really fully understand what Sumerian means. But that's where my imagery like go. Oh, okay. So we got the first one. So judgment, the judgment card, a wake-up call, awakening the dead, awakening the dead, judgment. Then we got okay, so we got the Knight of Cups. We got inner conflict with the Five of Wands. Give back to generosity, self-made independent, truth with the Ace of Swords, creator, having the higher ground at war. Yeah, so whatever happened in the past is totally changing, is being totally revised, realived right now. So yeah, who made this? So if we look at this card, that would be like the form of a giant, the judgment, right? So it was, and this, doesn't it look like a split? Like right there, like a cross, like a split there in something that is functional in order to stop thriving. So if we look at it in regards to the question and how I'm getting the downloads and it would have been like a giant that has been assimilated, like a stick in the wheels there. And then, like we got this Knight of Cups coming in right now, right? He's very emotional. He's very emotional because he doesn't move very, very fast. It wasn't a time of great inner conflict. But right now, we have generosity. The meek will inherit the earth. Heartbeat. Everyone's made self-sovereign and self-made. And we got truth disclosure with the alpha, the Ace of Swords. Future, we got the creator, where everyone's got the higher ground at warring while we're meditating and blasted with the information. Clarifiers, everything is confusing about everything that we think we know about what happened then. We're ready to celebrate here with the information, emotional, with the Three of Cups, and we're moving out of troubled waters. So yes, I'm going to say that it was an infiltration, but whatever that infiltration had come to assimilate those titans is now finished because the ones who have rested are awakening. They're taking their first like breath, right? Like that smoke, the clouds, a breath of fresh air and coming back online. So whatever has happened then, it's no more. It's like erased. It's like forgotten. Like that's how I'm seeing it moving forward. But all these cards here, I mean, I got some great positive, like moving cards. But that's what it was. It was a simulation at first, that cross here. I don't know what is it, the black goo, like anything of that energy, the big nothing that came in and corrupted. Because also the dragons were corrupted at first, right? Like at first, when that corruption came in, because dragons were beautiful, glorious, strong beings. Something happened again, Sumerian times, wherever that is, and like it's as if like things were divided. So I guess those giants that got like infiltrated and became dark would have been the ones who have cut those trees.
Because
But
it
I
was
see those trees are ready to grow almost back. Like the energy is like I can feel like the roots coming online. There's like electricity like going on. Like you with your ant hill when you get that thing
yeah,
on your hand. Yeah,
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 that.
yeah. If you ever see me scratching my head, it's because my head's going absolutely nuts. It's like, oh, and it's not because I've got nits. It's because the energy just starts to flow. It's quite mad. That's really, really
Yes.
interesting. So, can you just get your pendulum out? Because I just want to ask
Yes, of
one more
course.
question of your pendulum, because this isn't really a card one. Is the energy, so pendulum, are you happy to say and confirm with Richard that the Titans cut down the trees? Um, yes, they did. Look, that's a lovely yes, everybody. You can see that going backwards and forwards. That's very nice.
And
Your
show us the
pendulum.
answer.
It's very nice. Your pendulum lets me use it for you, isn't it?
Well, I just want to share this right now. Show us the answer, the movement for no, Aurélien. So you see, guys, like, because Gary's my brother, so Aurelien's going to listen to Gary. Although he's in the UK and I'm in Montreal, I asked, show me no, this is no. So did my brother Gary. Yeah, so you were accurate. So you were right. Like it
So,
was giants cutting giant trees.
right. So, was the energy that corrupted the giants the same energy that we still have today corrupting us?
Yep. Oh, but I feel there's a change though. Look, hold on. Look, it's slowing down. It was a yes, but something is different now, guys. Those energies are like being wiped out. Look at this. It would be like the transfer of 3 to 5D. It's circle, circle, circle. So it's a yes, but it's not holding anymore,
No,
that
no,
energy.
it's not. Because that power.
No.
So, and because, see, right now, is the reason why your pendulum is showing this because we're in the 5D. We use the terminology 5D energy because everyone understands it. Darling pendulum It is the reason why that energy can no longer affect us because we are in the 5D energy of the protection of Mother Gaia now. Oh, you're frozen on me. Oh.
Okay, so I don't know what you're saying because you're breaking up a
Yeah,
lot, but Aurélien did hear you, and it's like going to a yes.
yeah,
So like it's a yes, whatever you asked. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm
did
sorry.
you see me break up too?
Yeah. The internet's it's up and down a bit at the moment for some reason. I don't know
Okay,
why.
okay,
So I do apologize, everybody, but it is what it is. Yeah,
okay.
what I asked was, is the reason why your pendulum gave the sort of like wouldn't answer, not sure, um, or no, because we're now in the 5D. We're now in Mother Gaia's woken up and Mother Gaia's protecting us. And so the energy, that darkness energy, can no longer affect us.
It cannot, and what I'm getting also, so Aurélien saying yes, but I'm also getting like sometimes it could feel like energies could still linger, but that's exactly all it is. It's a lingering, like a shadow effect, like a trail. That's what it is. And, that's really all it is a trail.
Yeah.
Nothing can really affect us anymore because this new template will not support the past. Now, the past had its place because we would never have awoken if we didn't have that dark past there. Okay. It had its purpose. Yes, it was heinous. Let's move on. Okay. We learn from it. We move on. This is where we're at right now in the 5D, guys. And so the answer is yes.
And that's awesome. And when you think about
Yeah.
that, that is absolutely amazing. Because what we have is the way I see it and the way I feel at the moment with this. With the Titans, this was pure Mother Gaia. This was Mother Gaia. The Titans didn't need lots of people. You just had X amount, obviously bigger people, less people, big
Mm-hmm.
trees, real beautiful place, no consumption of anything, just love. And
Mm-hmm.
then we had this energy come in, and we got locked down into this energy. And what we then have is a long battle with this dark, this energy until we get the turning and Gaia coming back online, kicking its ass out of it and giving us the ability to change and develop and grow so that we can get into a different realm because we've spent all this time learning, growing spiritually to get to the stage where we can go and not bring down the next level. Because you think if you put a load of people into the next level who were fearful or worried or had problems, you're going to bring their frequency down. And
Yes.
we can't have that. So
We're
it's,
done with that.
yeah,
It's strict boundaries right now.
and that's it.
We've been patient. It's done because those people have kept us stuck in traffic. So we're being patient. We're being patient. Let's. But like you're all saying, like when is it gonna happen? Not when I say you're all saying, not you, Femi, but like our family members. When is it gonna change? Well, stop like being stuck, like bringing up the past. We know about it. We saw it. Now let's move on. You know, and like Gaia is gonna move on. So it's up to us to like follow track or being left behind because now I'm getting a new download. I don't believe in the Bible. That's just not for me. If anyone does, good for you. I think there's a lot of truth in it. I just saw that it was corrupted. I saw the words changing when I was studying it. It's just not for me. I don't trust it. But I do love, and I work for creation and creator source. Now, why am I saying this? Oh, it was so beautiful where I was going right now. I'm saying, I just lost myself. Damn it. Damn it.
There's a lot
Oh,
going on. I mean, there's a lot of information that we're actually
There's a
going through
lot
now.
of
You know,
information.
we're really, when you think about it, we are really bombarding the family with a lot of big concepts at the moment.
So Gaia is going to make it. Okay. She's going to cross over right now. So it's up to us. Oh, the rapture, the Bible. Okay, we're in the rapture, guys,
Yeah,
so the rapture, is it like we've seen movies like the 144, or all that, the 144,000 that will make it no matter what religion you're looking at. Well, you know what, this is DNA coding. It's not about a certain group, a certain amount of people, and the rupture is real, and we're actually going through it right now. But it's not going to look like in Hollywood movies where people are walking in the street and then like jeans fall to the ground and cars crash in windows because there's no more driver. And then, oh, the good ones got taken away and then we're going to live through it. No, it's not that. We're actually going through it now. We're breaking the old simulation. So a lot of NPCs are vanishing. A lot of people that we don't see eye to eye with, or we don't like the glow in their eyes, or don't connect, we get strayed and further apart from. This is the rupture, and it is a great thing. See, it was never like this a big end of the world, like nightmare. Some people will go, Dolores Cannon again. I bring her back because I really connect. I think she was one of the only ones who really had it correct, because I looked deep several times into Dolores. And no, she was not a man. To anyone who asked me that, she was not born a man, in case you're listening. And, that's what it is. It's the merge of two. Some people will this okay, because a lot of people will vanish, because if you're an NPC, what does that mean? Is you were created by the simulation to be a program, and that was a good thing because it would entertain us so we can play within the simulation. So I also get that there's brace yourself, Femi. I get that there's probably about 10% now of real sentient of us walking amongst us. That's what I get. Yeah,
I kind of do a ratio of 10,000 to 1. That's kind of the
yeah,
ratio I feel is 10,000. So for everyone who is a real sentient being soul, there's 10,000 non-player
yes,
characters supporting and creating this illusion around us of nothing's
yes.
changed. But we're actually moving out, and Gaia, to support us and give her love, is creating these people still around us so that we don't feel lonely, and we don't, it's part of the experience.
But as we awaken, we get less lonely, and then we can like cut those cords. And some will go to like the other split, like more 3, 4D, like sentient. But they're just like not as evolved or awakened, or maybe they're younger ones who choose to live in that way that we've been living in the past. So they're gonna go there. But we're walking into something totally, totally different right now. And in walking in that difference, right? It's like, oh, so how does it look like? Okay. Inner flame, higher self, what does it look like? Is there going to be less traffic? Is the plaza's going to be less empty? Well, it could, but you know what? It also explains like everything that we've been seeing in the meltdown since the pandemic, right? Businesses shutting, and like we've been seeing the breakdown, the crack in the foundation happening for some time, and we've passed it over the rainbow. And
Yeah,
I know I'm not even talking about the subject right now, but I'm just getting all this energy coming in right now, and it feels very positive. So yeah,
it does to
we were
me.
talking about giants.
No, yeah, yeah, no, no, no. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, this is there's two things I'd like to bring up or ask, right?
Yes,
What one is more personal to me
yes.
because it's my own personal research, and I'd love to get an answer because
Okay,
you know me. Now, and the other one will go in a different direction after that. Just
okay.
so you know, because now in the United Kingdom, there's a seaside town called Hunstanton. And
Mhm.
Hunstanton is North Norfolk, right near Sandringham, where the king has his place and so uh, but it's right on the Norfolk coast, okay? And it has a very, very strange beach. And it has a very, very strange cliff formation. And I will share some of the photographs I took of this on my Telegram channel, Alternative Interactions, for you guys if you want to see this. Um, but myself and the lovely Mel, a good few years ago, a year ago or so, were watching this amazing program where this guy was talking about skin and the layers of your skin, and that the Titans died, laid down, and our land is based and is on top of the dead Titans, because not all of them are mountains. Let's make this very clear. Some of them are just laying there. I mean,
Yes.
the top of North Africa looks like a dragon eating a fish. And we've seen that imagery. I don't know if any of you guys ever have, but it looks like a fish and it looks like a dragon or a lizard or something grabbing hold of a fish. And that's what makes up the north part of Africa in shape, believe it or not. If you go to Google Earth and look at it, you might see it, you might not. Okay, bless you, the goose. But in Hunstanton in Norfolk, what it looks like to me from our research is the cliffs are the top bit of the skin, and where the beach is, it's got all these lovely squares. And I want to use the word epidermis, but I don't think that's the correct term. But any skin people out there will know. But it's like the little squares of cells underneath the first few layers, just before you get to the blood barrier. And the
Mhm.
beach is perfectly covered. And there's photographs from the early 1800s of this, and it's not changed to this day. And
Mm.
cliffs have got the colours in them from white, as in the colour of the skin,
Oh, yeah.
to red.
Pink. Yeah.
So, is Hunstanton, the Norfolk seaside town, built, and can you see, is what we see the skin of a dead Titan?
I already got a yes, but let's see. Oh, all right. So we got the Temperance, we got the Magician, we got the Two of Swords. you know. Uh, 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 uh.
And please, everybody, you can Google Hunstanton, North Norfolk, and I think if you actually go on websites or look at this, they actually have photos of the cliffs and the beach. And if you look at the beach, you'll see exactly what I mean. But I will put these graphs up on Telegram for everybody, alternative interactions to see. Okay, so
Yay! So the answer, I am gonna call it a yes, but I got like a big of a story here. So the first one with the Temperance would be a yes. As above, so below, the Magician, right? So, tampering with the elements. The Magician does exactly just that. In a time where we are blinded to the information at a cross point. Right now, we are ready to cross portals with the Three of Wands right there to travel in a time heartbeat, ba-bam, ba-bam. Fear of the unknown or being stressed or not really knowing what's going on, but strict boundaries with the Queen of Swords is coming out with truth, justice. Something is going to surrender right there in the future with the Ten of Swords in regards to secret illusion, passings and or death, and then the world comes back full circle. Your answer is yes in the clarifying with the Sun, the most positive card, given the information, the higher ground at War Ring, while people are meditating on the subject and being bored. So it's a yes.
thank you very much for that. Well, I mean, well, Fami, if you have a tarot card reader and a seer, and you've done some research and you want to know if you're correct, what better way to ask? Eh? What better way to ask? So thank you for that, brother. Now, the other one, the other one that I'm going to ask and talk about now,
Uh-huh.
if we've got titans 2 miles high, got massive trees, I think everybody's probably seen pictures of the petrified mushrooms, big, massive mushrooms,
Yes.
and you know, you can look up mushroom looking rocks and stuff like that, you'll see it all. Can I ask about dinosaurs?
Uh-huh.
I don't think dinosaurs are dinosaurs. I
Mm,
think dinosaurs were the pets, birds, and lizards and dragons that
hmm
were with the Titans at the time
hmm
because there was no the dinosaurs or the story of evolution, the
Yeah,
theory
no.
of evolution just doesn't fit with me because I have seen pictures of human footprints with dinosaur footprints in some
hmm
mud. Yeah. Now, although these human footprints were still larger than normal, they weren't Titan sized, right? But if the Titans were massive and we had another reset and everybody was still a giant, say 10 foot, 20 foot tall, the animals would then be in relation. So now
hmm
we're 6 foot tall. We have a dog, a big dog would come up to our waist. A kimono dragon is the size it is. So are we looking at with the Titans, especially when we're talking about the northern part of Africa, when we have a fish that's nearly the entire corner of Africa with a dragon biting onto it? Was this the size of the animals that were with the Titans? And would this be classed as dinosaurs?
Let's see. I have oversoul in the universe. Tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know. And what my brother Gary just said. We're talking about titans and everything to do with animals. Were they
You,
really
you can tell her,
dinosaurs? Or
you can tell I'm not at home, can't you? Look, I'm being given alcohol. Look.
cheers!
Which piss?
Oh yes. Well, do you want me to go put my shirt on?
No, no, no. No, we've got to keep our flesh of the goose on for
Oh
this one.
yes. I'm so lucky. I got so many shirts now. Yeah, you're absolutely accurate, buddy. You're absolutely. So I got the Knight of Wands that came in. So that is like a form of high silver, good militia coming in, fast moving with information, and in a time of something to surrender. 10 of Swords, ending of something of information. Oh, that shouldn't be like that. Let's see what else. Dinosaur. Yeah, so it's a big fat yes. And that information, it's a surrender, something flipped. What flipped? This one? Yeah, that one. Secrets of the universe. Yeah, you're absolutely accurate, Gary. Um, Dinosaurs? No. They were like everything, like if you have an iguana today, back then, if you had a titan, the iguana would have looked like a dinosaur. And what is that dinosaur? A dragon or a reptile, but dragons are definitely not what are perceived. Indeed, Gary. There are so many secrets with the high priestess right there. Let me see if I can get a few more. You okay? So the truth is coming out right now with the King of Swords. We're walking out of troubled water with the Seven of Swords. Yeah, look, the truth is coming out right now about dinosaurs. Look, guys, with these cards right here, look, there is, well, they're all information. They're all swords. Swords is information, thoughts put into words set out or put on contract. So, yeah, you're
Awesome.
absolutely accurate. I never digged into dinosaur. I actually looked into when the word dinosaur was created, and I believe it was in 1842 by
Yes.
Mr. Richard Owen, who then helped at creating museums and scientific elites, you know, like, and why? To cut the thread, right, of us knowing our kinship to the elemental realm or
Yeah,
the mystical realm. It's like, oh, you're nothing. You're just a little BB boom, and you have no connection. So dinosaurs, like, right? I mean, that Richard Owens. Yeah, I do my homework now.
yeah. Well, the other thing is with dinosaurs, that Richard, when you've frozen again, hopefully the people can see it. There we go. Richard Owens, or whatever his name was, who did the dinosaurs, that was found on government land, US government land.
Yes.
So you and I couldn't go there
Mhm.
and look. It's government. And also, not one full skeleton of a dinosaur has ever been found. Only
No. And
bits
they
of
got rid
bone.
of all the Titan bones.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Destroy, burn, grind.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. It's absolutely crazy how they have used these stories of history to control us, give us a story that we're spinning through space on a rock that got hit by an asteroid that wiped out all these
Mm.
dinosaurs, and suddenly we came about, but we came from chimpanzees and all the rest of it.
Yeah, I know that was always the funniest thing to me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. There's not one single fossil, there's not one piece of evidence that any of that is true. Nothing. And they can actually make a skeleton of a dinosaur out of one tooth. One tooth. And it's just absolutely crazy. Now, I know that's going to trigger many people and they're going to be disappointed because, like me as a kid, I love dinosaurs. Stegosaurus, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
I just loved it. Loved it.
But
Always
a
roaring
dragon
around.
is so much sexier.
I agree. But
Replace
to
the
a,
dinosaur with a grand, grandiose dragon. Come on.
yes,
That's a
yeah,
good switch.
that is. But it's
Uh,
very interesting, Femi, that very recently, probably 6 months ago or so, that it was officially announced that Tyrannosaurus Rex, you know, the one with the bitty bitty arms, was
you do that
actually,
well.
I mean, honestly, something like got arms like that. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, what are
I
you going to
can't
do?
do it.
Yeah, you know. But what they actually decided was that Tyrannosaurus Rex was actually covered in feathers.
Yes, it was a bird.
It was a bird,
They all have bird. Yeah, come
and they
on,
laid
dragon
eggs.
bird.
And they laid eggs. Well, what does a bird do? It lays eggs.
Yeah, mm.
You know.
Dragon egg. Ding dong, open the door. I'm here.
Yeah. It's true though, isn't it? You know,
It's a great awakening. It's so amazing.
but it's also
I don't think that anyone's gonna get upset. You said that you
no,
might.
no. But
I mean, come on, guys. It's time to wake up. If you're upset about dragons, dinosaurs. I
yeah,
mean, I
I mean, I know, but it's the thing is though, we have got so many lovely memories of our childhood and of our children and grandchildren. And we've all had the dinosaur books, we've all sat them on our laps, and it's been lovely. Those memories are to be treasured because it's pure love. And nothing we ever did was out of malice.
malicious.
It
Yeah,
was all love, and we have beautiful memories of that. And
I
it's
love
no
that.
different to reading a bedtime story to our loved ones. And that's the way I choose to look at this now. I look at it in the
Yes.
positive. That time was precious and well spent with my children while doing that.
Oh, I stripped off my earring. I was so entranced that I ripped out my gold. Beautifully said, my brother. And you know what? That's exactly what it is. Okay, Sikam. When you're made to understand, realize that what you once believed was a lie, don't flush the nostalgia of your memory away. but remember, like how it made you feel good, like exactly what Gary said. It made you feel good. Keep the memory or the sentiment of how you felt good, even though it was a lie, because you get rid of the lie, but you don't have to get rid of the memory of how you felt good. It was a lie, but how did you feel? Keep that,
Yeah,
that sentiment,
yeah.
right?
It's important that we always look on the positive. We look forward. We live in the moment. Because if you start thinking about negativity and oh what they've done to us and get angry and frustrated about this, you are then feeding their energy again.
Yes, and they're starving right now because they're extinct. I mean, like right now, it's very delicate to like ignore, turn your back, don't feed, don't care, but keep your memory of your nostalgia.
Yeah,
Keep it.
but it's
Yeah.
very important. You know, this our minds has been the battle, and the only thing nowadays that entraps us and limits us is us, our own minds and our own
Yes,
thoughts, because we're limitless, amazing, beautiful beings that can't be stopped.
that's right.
You know,
Beautifully said.
we're awesome. The whole entire family, they are though. They're so generous. They're so loving. The amazing comments. If any of you guys are ever feeling a bit down one day, read the comments, but look at the comments as if they're talking to you, and feel the love and the emotion coming through from those lovely comments, because this energy absolutely makes these dumb elites sick to the
Oh,
core.
it
And
does.
we love it. We love
I'm
it.
melting. The witch and
Yeah.
the Wizard of Oz. It does. It does. It does.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So, Richard,
But yes.
I happen to know,
Mhm.
because you might have told me, that you had a really lovely, lovely, a little.
I was just about to bring it up. See, like we're doing telepathy because I was just going. And then you said, "Yes, I do."
So, I'm sure the Femi would absolutely love to hear what
Uh,
you've got to say next, because when Richard read it to me, it was like, oh my God. And proper flesh of the goose.
the flesh of the goose, babies.
Ooh.
Well, there are two that came in, okay, as I was going inwards, right? Because I was looking at Titans. And then after our beloved Core Beautiful, because I don't have your permission to say your name. And she made me look into the Picts because I've never heard the word Picts. Like okay, it's like pictures, like Picts, like abre. But then I found the fairy energy, the fairy realm. But then it's not fairy, so I go with it. I go with it, and that's what I said earlier on at the beginning. Like maybe I was just so excited that I brought it in what I had because it's been like bam, bam, bam in me so much because I'm connected now. Like, why was this a month ago, Aurelien, and now like this frequency? Like, it's so much present in me, the rise. So, when I came out, I composed something. And then, of course, I took really my time because I wanted to be like poetic. It was so beautiful. I didn't want to like write it like how I see like and like rock and roll. Like I wanted it to be beautiful. So my Femi, if you would give me the time, I would like to say what I picked up from my connection with the Brotherhood of the Picts. Okay, dragons turning into humans, turning into stones, and their great awakening, the rise, and how they've been watching me and the message they gave to me. And this is a message they want me to share to you. I'm not telling anyone that I'm more special. I never think that. No matter where I'm connected to, you're all my equals, and I love you. And I want to share this because it's a remembrance. I'm using my voice as the Picts have told me to use my voice to trigger, to awaken the sigils within you, because we're all full of sigils. Where you look at Lemuria, Turtle Island, Gaia, it's happening everywhere. If people don't like the Great Awakening, they're going to that Dolores Canyon 3D. This is for us. I'm coming full circle because I know I was a little all over the place today. I've had a lot of emotions. There's been a lot of passings. I've been getting messages left, center, because it's a crossover. So it's been rocky. So I'm having a hard time like staying on point. my wrangler, you should wrangle me hard.
Oh.
Yeah, like a shark wrangler, right? So without further ado, my family, I would love to. So this is what I came out from my meditation, from being within my inner flame. All right. And so the mountains sleep. Her breath slowed to stone. Her voice caught in a hush of centuries. But what if she is not the only one? What if some giants did not fall, but knelt? What if they folded their wings, shed their fire, and lay down? Not in defeat, but in devotion for Gaia. There is a name, mostly forgotten, a people carved in mystery, dressed in symbols, inked in memory, the Picts. To many, they are ancient tribes. To some, a riddle. But to those who remember, they are sleeping dragons. Not extinct, not erased, simply dreaming. And I feel them steering. Oh, yes, I do. I felt them yesterday when I called a frequency Aurélien, a brotherhood. A breath returned to stone. Let us listen now, not to what history says they were, but to what they might still become. And so we welcome you, beloved ones. Did you like it?
Awesome. Awesome.
It's pretty, huh?
And that was really amazing. And doesn't that just sum up the journey that we're currently on and the enlightenment and how we're
Yes.
coming aligned? We're
Yes.
everything's starting to come to us. Phenomenal.
Like I'm full of like even my kneecaps to come. Now that was like really beautiful because family Gary, like I channel, like I've channeled a lot, and I've channeled Gaia, which that was like, oh, of course, Gaia is our mother. This took me by surprise. It was only just like a message, like, do you know about the Picts? And then I went like, woo, and wow, it's related to the Titans, the dragons. It's all with the Picts. And then, well, I see like Aaron goes even further out, like to Scotland. And do we want to keep that for another show, or
Um,
it
I,
might have to be? Uh,
yeah, I mean, Richard and I have spoken about this, and it leads to Scotland, and it leads to the church in Scotland that's very, very important that we covered previously on a previous Rocking Pandoras box, and that's the Rosalind Chapel. But it gets a little bit darker from that point onwards, and I think there's more to be uncovered yet. And
okay.
so I think we should keep that one for another time because at the moment, we're on a high. That was an amazing, amazing
Yes. Okay. Okay. We
passage,
don't want to crash, right?
and we don't want to crash.
Uh,
But Femi, we have more in the box on the Rosalind Chapel and things that have come from that, from this. And it's been a very big eye opener for me, and it's resonated.
mm.
And the energy that Richard's talking about, the Picts, I have been having in the recent weeks, energy coming into me, which is very, very powerful. And Richard and I were talking about this, and I'm happy to show you. Okay. So my pendulum is happy to work with me because it's going backwards and forwards. Now, today I was driving my car and I had an energy come in. Was this energy the Picts that Richard talks about? And going clockwise for me is a yes. And so this energy is really waking up fast now and it's starting to show its hand. And for me, it's amazing. It's positive and it just shows how far we're coming currently with Gaia's awakening and the dumb elites falling.
Well, they're falling. She's awake, and right now, like, it's just that stretch, right? Like that lingering thing. Like we've crossed. It's really a time to celebrate. And the more we focus on the celebration, the faster we're out of traffic.
And again, this is a celebration. We've got this, we've done it. There's no worries. You know, I was shown this by Source 4 years ago, and it's taken 4 years to get to this stage. But we're now meeting the amazing Richard. I am now seeing this through others and through another, and we're able to produce this show to hopefully show you guys that even though in the past there's been some quite dark things happened and some unusual things happening, the future is bright light, and we're going in there because we've kicked ass and we're going to kick ass some more.
Oh, we're gonna kick ass and we're gonna like thrive and we're gonna have free electricity and everything. It's nothing new. It's a remembrance, guys. That's why the Titans are here. That's why the Picts are here. That's why Lemuria is here. That's where it's all interconnected. No matter how you look at it, there's no running away from it. We are here. We've crossed over. There is hope. We are the hope. We are the one who are paving the way, because or else we'd all be like a mudslide in. Like there would be no discussion right now.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why if we focus on too much on yesterday and all the drama, that's what we mean. We know it. Let's turn the page. We are all part of creation that makes us all creators. Let's manifest. We're online right now. Everyone is here to tell us you're gold. You got the gift. You can create universes. Why are we questioning ourselves? Let's team up. We're family. Let's like blow that old thing out of existence. Keep it maybe a memory, like in the files of remembrance. We don't and move. You want unicorns? Bring them back. I don't. I want flying felines. I mean, I want like my flying firebird. Like I want everything that is like gorgeous. So I'm out. Like let's do it. No dreams too big, babies.
No.
We're creators, all of us, because we are the creators.
The only limit is our own imagination from now onwards.
Yes.
The only limit.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that's a really nice place to end with, I think, unless you have anything
But I
else
want to talk
say.
for another 3 hours.
I know, I know. Well, how about we do next week and we do another couple of 3 hours next week then?
I was kidding. I love talking to you and Femi. We love you all so much. And thank you again, because we're on 14 episodes now.
Yeah.
14,
14.
13. And like we, like Gary said, like your comments are beautiful. And anyone who's having a down day, put our video, pause it, just read the comments. You'll be bright all over again. And that's not even our doing. It's like you, the family. We see you support each other. We see like Flesh of the Goose happening right
Yeah.
now.
Yes, it is.
And again, Femi, you look at us like the rock stars. You're the rock stars because we would not exist without any single one of you. All you beautiful mama bears, your granny bears, all of you in between and amongst. And know this, that we take this seriously. We got your back. Never lied to you. And let's make this. Let's make this Pandora's box rock into the golden era, baby. We
We're
love
going
you.
there, buddy. We're going there. Thank you, everybody. You've been stars. Really do appreciate your support. Please like,
Yes.
share, and subscribe to Richard Cardinal, and please like, share, and subscribe to myself, Alternative Interactions. And with that,
And
everybody,
P.S.
go on.
P.S. We love you, Maya. Flesh
We
of the
do.
Goose.
Oh, Maya, you're the best. Thank you very, very much. And perhaps, Femi, in the future, if you really want, Maya might even make you guys some t-shirts. But
What?
we'll have to speak to Maya about
Yeah,
that
yeah, we got,
first.
yeah, like we don't even know. Like
No.
poor
Bless you.
Maya. Bob.
Oh, no, 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 I can't. But thank you very much, Maya. You're a star.
Yes.
And I think we should dedicate this one to Maya for our Flesh of the Goose t-shirts.
I agree. Yes. Let's flesh the goose onto Maya. Yes. We love you, Femi. Rock and roll.
Bye, everyone. Love and light.